Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome to week number 55 of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Now hopefully you guys will enjoy the mods that I've picked out for this week. Starting off at our number 5 spot, we have two mods that I've combined together. There's Forged in Fire and the Sword of Fury Darkness. Now both of these mods are made by the exact same person, and this mod is a very big cheat mod, but you know, sometimes I like to play around with the cheat mods that are in the game because sometimes the armor that it comes with or the swords that it comes with are just too badass to pass up. Now the sword is super powerful as well as the armor. The armor has an armor rating that is just phenomenal. It'll pretty much make you invincible to pretty much anything, but the armor looks so badass that I just couldn't not include it. So how to actually obtain these items is you have to pick up the key, which is what I picked up at the very beginning, and bring it over to the chest that is at the Whiterun stables, which is pretty easy. And then you can come over to Riverwood, and there's a nice little path that you can follow, and the chest is right underneath one of the overhangs. So they're both pretty easy to find, and they're both really free, and you don't really have to work to get them. You can just have them straight from the get-go, and I think that's really awesome. And it can make for some really badass playthroughs, because just look at this armor. It's just molten, and there's just flames coming off of it, and I think it is such a badass thing to wear whenever you go into battle, and you'll be very intimidating to pretty much all of your enemies. So that is definitely why it comes in at our number 5 spot, and it's a great armor set, and I would really recommend giving this one a try. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have a mod called Portable Arrow Crafting. Now what this mod does is it does exactly what it says in the title. You are able to actually craft something at a smelter called an arrow crafting kit. Now what this arrow crafting kit actually does is it just sits in your miscellaneous tab in your inventory, and whenever you go into your miscellaneous category in your inventory and you activate it, your character will go into an animation where he's building the arrows, and you can actually create any type of arrow for the material that you have. I had iron in this one, so I was able to make iron arrows, and the iron arrows work really well, and if you're ever out of ammo in battle, this is very perfect because you can just run away for a little bit and you'll be able to craft more arrows and jump right back into the battle. So that is definitely why it comes in at our number 4 spot, and I honestly think that this feature should have been in the game from the very beginning because it's a great idea, and I'm just glad that someone finally made a mod about it, and it definitely will add to your playthrough, so I'd recommend adding it to your load order. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have Anna's Empty Houses. Now this is just the Whiterun one, but you can also get, you know, different cities and stuff like that. But just as an example, I downloaded the Whiterun one, and how it works is for every person's house that is in the game in Whiterun, there's a separate door that's right next to the door. As you can see, I was inside of the house that actually was furnished and had a whole bunch of stuff in it. Then I left and I turned around, and there's actually a little pole or like a little half door that's sticking up out of the ground that you can just walk in. It's called Player's Home, and it's completely empty. So this is pretty much a way of you to design your own city in Whiterun. So Whiterun will be completely, you know, wiped clean. There won't be any furniture in any of the rooms, and you can use a mod that I covered in a previous episode called just Anna's Interior Decorator, and you're able to go in and actually put any of the furniture from the base game into any of the slots that you want, and you can move it around, and you can pretty much make all the buildings your own and your own style, and I think that is an amazing thing. Customization is such a big and important aspect in games, and that's what really brings the replay value together, so you can keep playing it over and over and over again and just keep playing the game for a long time. That's the most important thing in a game, is the amount of customization and the amount of content that you can do, and the amount of content that you can produce with this mod is phenomenal. You can go into every single house in Whiterun separately and add anything you want to it. You can add furniture, you can add, you know, you can put people in there, you can pretty much do whatever. Download a whole bunch of other mods that, you know, correspond with this, and you can have a nice little party in one of your houses and, you know, design whatever you want. I know I'm definitely going to be using this for skits and stuff like that if I do more skits in the future. Definitely expect me to be customizing my sets. I think that'd be a great idea and a great way to actually show the usefulness of this mod. And yeah, it's a great mod, and I would definitely recommend downloading it if you're more of a customizable person who likes to go in and actually make their own houses and stuff like that. So this mod is definitely for you. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have an amazing mod called The Unknown. Now this adds a whole bunch of new races into the game and a whole ton of new spells that you guys have to see. I can't wait to show you guys these spells that this comes with. It'll make you feel like an absolute god. Now it might be, you know, more of a cheating side using all these spells, but I think the way that it looks and the way that it feels when using the spells is justified. Now I wouldn't actually do a serious playthrough using this mod. I would just do it, you know, just to have fun, just to go around and screw around and, you know, cause some havoc everywhere, because some of these spells that this mod comes with are phenomenal. They're so good, and they make your character look so badass, and you will definitely have a great playthrough and a great time using these spells and using these races. So I switched over to the race. As you can see, I'm in the cheat room right now, and I'm switching up my race. There's a couple new races that the thing comes with, but most importantly are the spells. Now I'm going to get over to the spells. I'm not going to be able to commentate over every single spell because there's just so many that adds, so I'm going to create a little bit of, you know, a run through of every single one, so hopefully you guys enjoy. So as you can see, there is a whole array of different types of spells that you can use, and all these spells make you feel like a complete badass. I know they make me feel like a complete god, you know, especially after seeing the new Avengers movie and, you know, all those superpowers. Oh, it makes me feel like I'm in something like that, and I'm just an absolute god when I'm, you know, destroying cities and stuff like that. So that is why this mod comes in at our number 2 spot, and it's probably one of the most badass mods that I've ever downloaded. So that's why it comes in at our number 2 spot, so I'd recommend giving this mod a try. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Chateau du Fromage. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably very wrong, but, you know, let's just get around to the mod itself. It is a bottle that you can find in the Blue Palace in Solitude that has a house inside of it. Now, you consume the potion or the house that is inside of your potion category in your inventory. You drink the potion and you'll teleport inside of it, and you're inside the bottle. As you can see, I'm inside of it right now, and there's a house, and then there's a stable, and it's just a very nice and beautiful area that you can have a player house, and you can use this wherever you go. Say you're in a dungeon and you're looting and you become over encumbered and you can't carry any more weight, then you can teleport to your house and you can store all your items, and then you can get right back into the fight. No needing to, you know, jump out, go to Whiterun, sell some goods, you know, store some goods back at your house and then come back. You're not going to need to do that. You can just jump straight into your house and you'll be able to, you know, store all your goods, you know, do all that stuff that you need to do, and then later on, whenever you want to sell your goods, you can come back, you know, take all your goods out and then travel to Whiterun and actually sell it all. So it's more efficient when it comes to dungeon diving. It's a very awesome thing to have in your inventory. So I would, after downloading it, I would strongly recommend going and picking it up so you can just use it anytime that you want and anytime that you need to, even when you're in battle, and you can escape guards this way as well. And I think that it's just all around a great house mod. Now, it's also a very small house mod because obviously you're inside of a little bottle, so the house can't be too big, but the house itself is pretty nice, and the way to actually leave the whole island itself, or the whole bottle itself, is you walk up to this other bottle that's over here and you just click on it and you'll return to wherever you were before you use the bottle. So it's pretty much just pausing your game, you know, picking you up, taking you somewhere else, and then whenever you're ready you can just drop straight back into battle and you can be prepared. So that is definitely why it comes in at our number 1 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading it. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the Top 5 Skyrim Mods of the Week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions on mods that you'd like me to cover in future episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions through there as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.